Well, good morning. It is the Real Monica Adams Show. It's a mobile Monica version on a Thursday, and I hope you're having a great start to yours. If not, let's switch it around a little bit. Let's give you a little positivity. Boy, there was a lot of energy on yesterday's show, wasn't there? I've gotten a lot of feedback from so many of our followers that said, I really needed that. I need a little gut punch and a little dose of Monica, right? You know the song, A Little Bit of Monica in My Life. I needed to have that. I don't think, you know what? Did I just bypass some copyright laws? I don't know. I don't think my singing should be okay. And I think there's a short little window of what we can do with song. So, boom, let's give it to you. We've been giving it to you ever since March 1st when we actually started right here in this exact space. I showed you a little bit of this gorgeous picture that I have, right? I mean, I want to go there. Isn't that pretty? I don't even know where that is. It almost looks like it could be, I don't know, like maybe in the Mediterranean. What do you think? As you're signing on, tell me where you think that could possibly be. I would like to just go there. How about we do that? Can we just go to where that feels like it might be? Because I know someone that is not here, normally here on our show, but she's actually in a place that looks just like that. Let's bring her on. Boom! The beauty of the internet. Michelle is drinking wine on a thirsty Thursday in
Oh,
Malta.
oh, oh my, you caught me.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Are you having a good time? Well, show me that view. Yes. Uh-huh. That looks stunning. Holy Lord. Isn't that gorgeous, everybody? As you're signing on, this is where Michelle is. This is where she's been since a week ago. That looks stunning. Where are you right now, by the way?
We are just outside of Valletta in a place called Rabat. We just
Okay.
had lunch and we are heading to some catacombs shortly. We took a nice harbor ride around the outskirts of Valletta
Mhm.
and got to see some mega yachts and some amazing boats and cranes everywhere. Like there's a lot of commerce that comes in here because Malta cannot provide for itself. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
There is very few things that they can grow here, so they count on a lot of imports being
Oh,
brought in.
so what's your
Yes.
favorite part of Malta so far?
So far, I would say Valletta has amazing shopping.
Oh, I should be
Beautiful.
there.
It's very. I almost bought a suit. I almost bought a three-piece suit. It was
Oh,
stunning. It was like very. It was black with like a cream-colored like a wide pinstripe. It was very cool. So I may go back and get that because I think we're going to go back to Valletta tomorrow. Uh, there have been some really cool structures that we saw that are older than the pyramids.
oh
And
wow.
unfortunately, during World War II, Malta was bombed so much by opposing forces because everybody wanted this island because it's a midway point between Africa, Greece, Sicily, that so much of this island was destroyed. So I can only imagine what we would be seeing if this hadn't been destroyed. But we have been seeing structures that were definitely built BC,
Hmm.
like thousands of years BC.
I'm glad you just said where Malta is because I think there's a lot of people when I said, yeah, Michelle's in Malta, they're like, Malta? Where's Malta? I think if you do Wikipedia, it says it's 80 kilometers from Sicily. That would be the
Yes,
closest, right?
yes. So it's just south,
Okay.
just south of Sicily. Yes.
And you're there until Monday, right?
I am here until
Oh,
Saturday.
Saturday. Oh, wow, your time
Yes,
is ticking away.
Saturday, and
Okay.
then I will be in New Hampshire for a day and a half to do laundry and recuperate, and then I will be back in St. Louis on the 30th.
Fantastic. We can't wait to have you back. I am so thrilled you had a chance to get away and enjoy. How many women are there with you?
I have 13 ducklings with me.
Oh, wow. Yeah, she's
So
there
I
with
am
the
in charge of
mother.
the ducklings. I have to keep track of them. They range in age. I think the youngest is 37. The oldest is 82, I think.
And they travel
But
together
they're
regularly?
they're a hoot.
Is that
They're a
right?
hoot.
They travel together regularly?
Oh, I lost you. I moved.
Oh, she moved. Okay.
They travel together quite often.
Okay. So do they travel together
Yes.
regularly?
Yes. Yes.
Isn't
If
that
not
cool?
internationally, definitely on weekends here and there. They travel quite a bit all over New England. So
Well,
they're fun group of gals.
so Michelle, the topic today is fitting of exactly what you're doing, and it is adult friendships. You know, we did this a long time ago, and I wanted to do a little deeper dive into it. A lot of people say it's so hard to make adult friendships, and I don't know how to nurture them. And then you bring couples into play. We're going to talk about all of that. But you and I have been friends since 2009, became quick friends. We travel together, and I just love the fact that your mom has all these people that travel together. They do this big trip once a year, right?
Yes, big trips. So last year was Portugal. Next year is Sicily. They've done China. They've done Budapest. They've done Germany. Some of them are river cruises. Some of them are just straight up on land cruises. But they always try to get a group of anywhere from a dozen to 20 gals. And it's all like there's this one gal, Anna, come here. They met her in a park. Okay, they were at a concert in a park and met this gal and said, "Hey, do you like to travel?" And she's like, "I like to travel." And this is Anna. And now
Hi,
she's
Anna.
yeah,
What?
come. But so we were talking about making friends, being older. You're not. She is not from the New Hampshire area.
Well, I was just going to say, well, where were you? What park did they meet her at?
Stark Park?
It's Star Park.
Stark
Yes,
Park,
it's Star
which is
Park.
in Manchester, but she's from the Dominican.
Yes, I'm
Oh,
from
very
And
cool.
so she didn't know anybody and just started talking with Sally, some of the older gals of the
Sally,
group.
Lincoln, Martha.
And so it's just a matter, you put yourself out there and
Yes.
you meet people. And she was like, "Well, I want to go to Malta." And
Here I am,
now you're committed.
committed.
Yes,
to
every
trip.
year she's going
Yes.
to join us.
Yes.
Oh, wow,
So
every year. And all it took is somebody to go out of their comfort zone and say, hey, do you want to?
yes.
Yes.
And
I
she
love
was
it.
like, "Yes, sign me up." And she's actually our age, Monica.
Like, she's
Monica,
in the
You wouldn't. I mean, look at the skin
Oh,
on
there we go.
her.
Now I can see her
She is
better. Look at that
just
skin. Oh, she stuck
gorgeous.
her tongue out.
No, Martha, no. I mean,
But
but
she-
Monica.
Monica,
Sorry.
Monica.
she is our age. You
Yeah.
wouldn't guess it. She has a grandbaby.
I do.
Aw,
Yes.
blessings.
Yes.
Blessings.
Listen.
Yes.
So come.
And she just brought me something to drink. I have
It's-
no
it's
idea
a-
what's in
it's
this
a
cup.
liqueur.
It's a
See,
liqueur.
it's not 5 o'clock, but it's closing in on 5 o'clock for them. What is it? It's what, 2 o'clock?
Hanini.
Hanini.
Hanini from Malta.
Hanini? What's in
And then I asked
Hanini?
for a plastic cup to share with you.
A Hanini.
I
In
don't
a
know.
plastic cup.
It's, I don't know. I'm
All
on
right.
vacation.
I know you are not, and I don't want to take up more of your
And we're
time.
enjoying
I
it.
think it's nice to meet you. I think it's so cool that we are able to connect all around the world in what is considered the 10th smallest country, Malta, not far
Yes.
from Sicily and Tunisia. She's having a great time, and she'll be
I
back
am.
with us very, very soon. Michelle, thank you, and I hope you have a wonderful time, and we'll see you next week.
All right. Love you.
Love you too.
Bye.
Envita Health and Wellness, where you can feel your best both inside and out. Envita isn't your typical med spa. They're a multi-specialty medical spa and wellness center serving St. Louis and its surrounding areas. They have ketamine for mental health and pain, IV therapy, medical weight loss, and aesthetics treatments. As board-certified anesthesia providers, Envita can ensure that their advanced treatments are provided safely with minimal to no pain. So let Envita take care of you. Call 314-394-0950 to book an appointment or online envitahealthandwellness.com. Welcome back to the Real Monica Adams Show. Wasn't that fun? We just came up with that within the last half hour. She and I were texting and I said, wouldn't it be cool if you joined me from Malta? And she's like, let's do it. So, I also wanted to do it because we're talking about friendships today. And, somebody asked me back in May to do this topic. So we've covered it once, but I think it's important to go deeper and talk to more people who weren't with the show back then, who weren't one of the followers, who found this show within the last maybe a couple days, couple weeks, maybe even in the last couple of months before we did this and didn't get a chance to see it. It came up last night, and I want to thank Nancy and Carl McConnell, who own Le Champ de Fleur by Stone Soup Cottage out in Cottleville. We had an incredible night. I mean, food-wise, that they're known for the most exquisite experiences. If you've never been, You've got to check them out. Stone Soup Cottage, it was for many, many, many years. And then they changed it to Le Champ de Fleur, the flowers everywhere and the incredible events they do, the dinners that they have on the weekends. The cooking classes have come back with Chef Carl. So check them out. They had us out last night. We have not had a chance to get together in a long time. And we're talking about this friendships, not just talking about girls. I'm talking about male friendships and how you bond and how you open up and how you allow the friendship to start and then blossom. I mean, look, Michelle just said they met somebody in a park and said, hey, we travel together. Do you want to travel? And all it is getting out of your comfort zone. And why not? Why not say yes? One of the things I love about my husband, Jim, and Carl, Nancy's husband, is how quickly the two of them bonded. I mean, literally, Jim walked in the door and he's like, I love this man. Even to say those words, right? Guys need to open up more and actually be willing to have that bromance start. That's what we kept saying last night, just teasing the two of them. But then it brought up a little deeper of, girl friendships, guy friendships. And then when you are friends as couples, it's finding that bond and nurturing the friendship together, but also how one part of a relationship in the couple could pull it down. I think that's important to say. Like, is it the husband or wife or partner, whoever it is one of them more toxic, one of them more negative? And then what do they do to damage what could be a really beautiful friendship? What do you do in that case? That's one of the questions I wanted to ask. So let's say you've got two women of the four that get along great. Then the guy gets along great with, of course, his wife or girlfriend and gets along with the other wife or girlfriend, but it's the husband pulling it back, or vice versa. It's the wife, girlfriend pulling it back. Jealousies, insecurities. What do you do in that case? I think that's what's really important. I also want to say how important it is to be aware and to be focused on what's happening around you. Do you trust your gut instinct? Do you feel something inside of you where you feel or do you hear that person backstabbing you? Do you hear that they are talking bad about you? Are they petty? Are they insecure? Are they jealous? Because that's usually where it stems from, right? Do they walk away from the friendship? They ghost you completely. They're not there for you. Or do they lift you up? Those are the important things. And I want guys to talk about this as well. I want you to weigh in on this. I don't want it to be just women, because you guys have to admit you go through this as well. Now, here's one of the things I want to know, though. Guys have told me in the past, yeah, it's okay. Guys do it to guys. They start dating some new girl and then they forget about their guy friends. And it's okay. They can come walking back in at any point. Until one guy finally told me, Monica, that's not true. It hurts just as bad as it hurts you women. And I loved the fact that he said this. By the way, that's Steve from many years ago. Don't know if he'll ever maybe find this show. Moved out of St. Louis, but he told me this a long, long time ago. And I'm like, aha. So all we needed was Steve to come forward and have a voice to say, stop having the guys tell you that it doesn't hurt, because it does, because they're super close friends. And then they just toss the guy away because they start dating some girl. And I used to have other guys go, yeah, it's okay. That's just how we are. This is how we're wired. And I'm like, no, you have emotions. Go ahead and say that it hurt. So let's weigh in on that today. Let me say good morning to some of you. Wayne kicked things off this morning. Linda, Kathy, Laura, Carrie said, hi, Michelle. Good morning, Monica. Yes, Michelle was on with us. If you just tuned in, we were able to see Michelle from Malta, which was so, so cool. Michelle, we can't wait until you get back. Tina and Brian want to go back to bed. That's why. Tina and Brian, you'll see Tina Freeze Adams, Brian Adams, those names in the moderation. And that is because I love them so dearly. They have really stepped up and here's another thing, showing up for family, right? They have been there for me since Michelle went off on her vacation. They're there for you, by the way, dropping in some comments, dropping in links that we want to spread to you. That he just dropped different aspects of Malta on, Brian said Malta's on our bucket list, but he and Tina are dropping things about our title sponsor, Invita Health and Wellness. Thank you so much to Sarah and Jamie and the staff at Invita Health and Wellness in Kirkwood for coming on board and being there for us. That's a true friendship. That's another cool thing of how quickly that friendship formed with Dr. Sarah and her husband, Brandon. And Brandon and my husband, how quickly they opened up and said, yeah, we're very similar. And similar in the fact that they were willing to share things from the emotional side. And I thought that was so cool. And Brandon is, I don't know, probably 20 years younger than my husband is. And my husband started opening up also to that aspect, which I appreciate. He used to say, Monica, these kids, and he'd say, kids, they're 30, 35, 40 years old. They're like 20 years younger than me, 25 years younger. They could be my kid. And I said, so what? Let their youth and let their energy enter into your soul, and you'll never know what's going to happen. Who cares about ages in a friendship? So when you talk about forming adult friendships, well, what does that look like? Are you looking for a person that's the exact same age as you? Are you looking for someone within a few years? Or do you open yourself up and let the friendships form as they will? That's what I hope you get a chance to do, because maybe that's what you're missing out on. When you feel it's so difficult, maybe you need to get into other groups, let people invite you, or get on. There's a thing called, oh, not Alignable. Darn it. Well, anyway, there's a lot of organizations. There's a lot of things that you can Google that will give you different groups that, maybe you're into the arts, maybe you're into sports, maybe you want to form something that has to do with your faith. They're out there. And if you're not joining them, I mean, I got to give my mother so much credit. My mom moved from Florissant out to Lake St. Louis, didn't know anyone. So I had some friends who were out in St. Charles County, but not Lake St. Louis. And this is, I don't know, 20 something years ago. And she started to get herself in groups. And I asked her about this when she was on the show. She started it off with the garden club. Then she joined the historical society. Then she joined this pontooners club. And now she's doing Widows by the Waterfall and Bible study, which she went to last night. And I was like, here's a woman who's 85 years old and has no problem climbing out of her comfort zone and joining people she's never met before. I asked her how many people were in those groups, and she said about 20-25 in the Widows by the Waterfall. And then the other one, she said Bible study might have about 30 or 40. I thought that was so cool. And that's another thing to open up to. Jim started talking about how after his 60th birthday surprise that we had in Birmingham, Alabama for him, his favorite aunt and one of his cousins there said, you are really seeking out your faith more. Both of us were raised Catholic, and Jim's like, yeah, I don't go to church right now. I don't go to a Catholic church. We have. And then he said, but I'm looking for something. I'm longing for something. And she said, I encourage you to do a men's Bible study. And he has been talking about it. Our friend Gordon goes to one. Our friend Brock goes to one. Our friend Reed goes to one. I think there's somebody else that we were talking about. And I said, join them. Join the one that fits with your schedule and join the one that connects with you. So there's another way for just men to bond with men, right? That's what we're talking about today. If you're just tuning in, we are on the Real Monica Adams Show, the mobile Monica version, 7:12 in the morning on Thursday, October 26th. By the way, today is National Pumpkin Day, so we can also throw in that. Have you carved your pumpkins already? Do you get the kids involved in that? And if you don't have kids, or the kids are out of the house, adult children, they're gone, do you still carve your pumpkins? Do you put them on the front porch? Do you put them throughout the house? Do you do them spooky? Are they funny? So National Pumpkin Day today as well. Good morning, Kathy and Laura. Let's see. Brian said, Michelle, hope glad you're having a good time. Pamela, Kathleen, good morning. And Linda, woohoo, good morning to you. Leona, Michelle, Terry, let's see. Thank you. So again, Tina and Brian both put in Le Champ de Flore and Stone Soup Cottage I was talking about. That's where we were last night. You'll see some of the pictures and reels and stories I put together. It's so stunning out there. It really is. But it's also, I just love what we are coming off of. I mean, my spirit, I feel like I'm glowing because connecting with souls that are connected to you. True friendships, real friendships. And, sometimes you've got, if you're blessed, you have friendships from grade school and then high school, but you've nurtured them over the years, haven't you? Go into college. Some people are able to say, we've been friends since what? Grade school. I think that's the coolest thing. My friend Julie, we've been friends since I was 18 years old. And then Michelle Gravey, not Michelle Harmon, Michelle Gravey. She knew me when I was in high school. Still friends to this day. I think everybody else that I can say that is around me, that I trust with my heart, my soul, my deepest feelings, are all adult friendships that I formed within the last 10 to 15 years. So when I hear people, it almost disheartens me. When I hear people say, it's impossible or so difficult for me to find adult friendships, that one is hard for me to wrap my brain around. So I want you to weigh in on it. Is it difficult for you? I'm going to look at some of your comments. It's all going to be you in the next segment when we return. Think about this. When's the last time you called your doctor at 2 o'clock in the morning and he actually answered? Well, at Innovare Health Advocates, their patients are special. Their doctors, nurse practitioners, their care team care deeply about your health, your family, your work, and even your pet. Their clinicians are accessible and they lead your care in and out of the hospital. In fact, Dr. Charles Willie offers his cell phone number to his patients to ensure they can intervene early in your illness. They can provide care above and beyond, offering lab, x-ray, echocardiogram, and other treatments in their office. Innovare Health Advocates with 5 locations on both sides of the river. Check them out, innovarehealth.com. And as you see there, Ask the Doctor every Monday in the 7 o'clock hour. And Dr. Charles Willie, he joined us this past Monday from South Carolina. If you didn't see that, it was a great segment. Every Monday, get your questions ready for Medical Mondays and Ask the Doctor. It's time for all of us to be there for you, but more so, Kathy Kilo Peterson. Kathy, thank you for being one of our many great sponsors. State Farm agent, if you're looking for someone to truly be there for you and your family in the hardest times, I ask you to give them a chance. Call them up, ask for a free quote. You want supplemental insurance. You want to take care of you and your family in your home when the hardest times happen. Please, kkilo.com is the website. Scan that QR code or give them a call, 636-561-6460. And today's segment that I'm going to have her sponsor is about friendships. I'll tell you what, she and I have become friends very quick. She reached out to me and said, Monica, I'd love for you to join the Walk for the World with Dr. Joe Dispenza. And I changed my whole Saturday morning around, switched my clients to Sunday, and I said, let's do it. In fact, some of my clients joined in. She's become friends with some of my clients. That's what I'm talking about. Adult friendships, to me, shouldn't be difficult. I don't care if you're introverted or extroverted. It's all about, what do you want more of? You want better friendships? Then be a better person. Work on yourself first. Then put yourself out there and then see what forms. I promise to go to the comments and questions so that we can make this part of the segment all about you, because I want to see what you're saying about this. Again, digging deeper into friendships and what it takes to really have them long lasting, what to look out for in fake people, toxic people. So Linda Eckert said, I love traveling with my friends. Always be your positive self. It's hard to be mean to someone who is always kind. That's from Tina. I love that. Julie, Fabian, good morning. Ron, good morning to you. Haven't seen you in a while. Sean, Marilyn, good morning. Okay, so Tina says family can also be one of your best friends. Absolutely, and such a great thing to say. So when we talk about sisterhood, it could truly be sisters. I'm blessed with an older sister. And then my sister-in-law, you've heard me say before, I feel like is one of my sisters. And she's been in my family since I was 11. And then if you follow me and have for years, you've seen me say my adopted baby sister, which is Abby Stahlschmidt. I started training Abby when she was 14 years old, and here she is now, I think 27. So a 13-year friendship, and we are so super close. And that goes back to what I said earlier. She's 27 years old. I'm 52. We could hang regularly, connected souls. She's an old soul. So was I at her age. And so who cares what your age is? Just connect, have connected souls. Look for people, not necessarily like-minded always, because it is good for someone to take you out of your comfort zone and show you another side of the way they think. But if you're so argumentative, that's not a good friendship. That's not a good relationship. Carrie says, our mutual friend is always amazed that 2 younger ladies from her former CrossFit always want to meet up with her. Yes, she's told me that. And keep up with her even though she is a bit older. I tell her it's her positive attitude and energy. Yes. So she's in her early 70s, and some of these women from CrossFit are probably in their 30s. But again, so it's almost like my mom. My mom's 85 and hangs with people who are much younger. Her friend Nan is coming to our big event on November 4th. We are down to the wire. Now, I've talked with my friends at Trattoria Marsala, and they have said, you know what, Monica, just give us the final count by next Wednesday, and we might be able to open up a little bit. If not, we are within, I believe, 7 or 8 tickets left for that event. Can you believe that? November 4th, 6 to 8 p.m. So we're coming up on it. Not this weekend, next weekend. So why not? Most people start to make plans a week out. So I'm asking you right now on this Thursday, Call your girlfriends, call your guy friends, make it a guy's night out, make it a girl's night out, make it a couple's night out, family night out. It's going to be so much fun. I mean, great food from Trattoria Marsala, meatballs, toasted ravioli, chicken spadini, beef tenderloin sliders, a vegetable platter, antipasto platter, wine, bourbon tastings, live auction, silent auction, 100% of the proceeds going to Yuppie Puppies Forever Rescue, and then a little motivation to get you into the pattern and the path of life that you belong. And I want to thank all of our wonderful sponsors that are a part of that evening. We couldn't do it without Invita Health and Wellness, Kathy Kilo Peterson, Diamond Roofing, Mark Anthony's Gifts and Spa, as well as Christopher's and Mark Anthony's Experience. And then if you're looking for a good realtor, Michael Clausen Realty. So again, thank you to all of you for that particular evening, an evening with the real Monica Adams. And just thanks overall to the growing list of sponsors on a daily basis. And hey, if you know somebody that, by the way, that wants to be a part of the show, just tell them to shoot me an email, info@TheRealMonicaAdams.com. Good morning to Bill. And Angie, good morning to you. Carved our pumpkin a couple nights ago. It's a tradition. Yeah, Jim and I want to do that. We haven't done it since I lived in my house in Afton, which is, gosh, what, 6-7 years ago. So he and I have everything ready to go. Fun to do as couples. In your opinion, how do you know if someone is a true friend and not just tolerating you? All right, great question, Michelle. I asked if you're able to tap into being more aware. So one of the things I practice on a regular basis is finding clarity, finding calmness, right? Stress is all around us. It's what you do with it. I said yesterday, it's a choice in life to say, I'm going to let the entire day go awry, or little things happen. How do I react? How does the person serve you? When you're around them, Michelle, do you feel on a regular basis, oh, I don't know. This is how I say it. Do you feel like you want to take a shower? Do you feel like, something is wrong? Negative energy trying to pull into your positive self. Then be aware, snide little comments, right? Do you see the rolling of the eyes? Do you see the clenching of the jaw? Body language experts will pick up on so many things. Do you see them shifty? Do you just feel? I mean, to me, it's about feeling. What do you feel when you're around a particular person? And then do you ever hear someone say, oh, by the way, so-and-so said this about you? And do you dismiss it? If you dismiss it, then you've missed the signs. That's the biggest thing. Let me be real with you. Okay. Let's get real at 7:21 in the morning. I feel like we've given you so much in such a short period of time already. We still have 40 minutes to go. I'm going to be very real with you right now. And I just got to chill, which means that God and my father are saying, go with it and tell them. Okay. Oh, wow. Freezing cold chills. This is amazing. At our wedding, let's go there. I had my side of people who stood up for us. Okay. My sister-in-law, my very dear friend, Julie, my very dear friend, Michelle. I look at our wedding now and think those 4 people would forever, no matter what, always be by my side, lift me up and I them. And if I got married and renewed our vows, I'd have them stand by me again. But there's 3 more people. One of them, I could pick up the phone and say, let's go to lunch. It just happens to be one of those friendships where we haven't seen each other much. Maybe a couple times since we got married, maybe a few. Love she and her husband. We could actually ask the 2 of them together. Let's go out together. It hasn't happened, but there are friendships that you have in life where you pick right back up, even if you haven't seen each other in years, right? That's still a true friend. There are 2 others that stood by my side. I'm going to say one of them, I understand, and it's not a matter of forgiveness. I understand that she was close with this other person. And it's okay. Wish them well. Don't wish any ill on anyone, including the final person. That person is no longer in my life, but I forever will never know why. I've never gotten the answer. It just became ghosting. And I do mean that this was one of my very dear friends. We took her on vacation with us. She was regularly with us at the house. I invited her out to everything. We spent great times together, and it hurt, folks. I'm being real with you. It hurt. In fact, I clenched my jaw, had TMJ symptoms like crazy. I was in the shower getting ready for work in the morning. All I could do was think. How can I get her back to my life? And then it just, woo, I had a light bulb moment. Why are you trying so hard? Oh, it's got to chill. Why are you trying so hard to bring somebody back into your life that doesn't want to be with you? And I opened up my path, folks, and Sherry Anderson came walking in. Sally Drake and I were able to spend more time together. All these beautiful people that I have in my personal training and my life coaching, our friendships stepped up another level. I met more. Nancy and Carl McConnell became closer. Gordon and Kelly Montgomery became closer. We spend more time with Dot and Ron. Mark and Michael. It's, you look, oh my gosh, I'm blessed with quality over quantity, even though I will say that's a lot of friends, isn't it? And I have more and more and more. And I count them as blessings. Now, I'm going to give you the exact same thing that happened to Jim. For all of you men out there, be aware it happens to you as well. And I want you to be honest and don't say it doesn't hurt, because it does. Jim had his side, my dearest, always being there for us, brother and brother, right? Both of my big brothers were there. My dearest friend Todd from Los Angeles, he would forever be by my side. We've been friends since 99, 2000, 2001 timeframe. Always, forever. I will tell you, people always say never and don't say always. Yes, you can. Because I'll tell you, that's when you know it's a true friendship. And no matter, he's coming in December. Can't wait to see him. He'll be on the show again. If you remember, we talked about friendships, and that's the discussion we did. It was kind of bringing this back. And if he sees this show, and if he came on right now, he would say, yes, that's my sister that I wish I always had. So it's those friendships that you just feel, that you can trust. So Brian, Craig, we had Todd, and then there's a couple, again, one of them is kind of the way this one girlfriend of mine is. He could pick up the phone, or he goes over to the range and he would see this particular person. It's just, they don't just all get together. I mean, that's one of the things he said. And I always say, but you should. Guys should have guy friends. I really think, as long as they are quality friendships, as long as you're not bashing the women in your life or the partners in your life, whatever. Look out for that, by the way. Okay, so then there's a person that, of course, and his son, wonderful, love Bradley to death. And then you have this person who was his best friend. And same thing happened to Jim. Isn't that weird and ironic that we both had one of our best friends, poof, off the face of the planet? Jim has made phone calls, doesn't return the phone calls. It makes no sense. Now, I took it harder, so he says. And I thought, doesn't it hurt? I mean, this is one of your closest friends, but when that person retired, he just disappeared as if it never happened. We're talking about friendships today. We're talking about male friendships, female friendships. It runs the gamut from your young years in grade school, high school. You go into college, you nurture them. Maybe you're blessed to have it all those years. But be honest with me. Have these things happened to you? What do you do with them? When I realized it no longer served me, that person no longer served me, the energy I was giving to try to get the person back, oh my God, it's like an awakening. My whole life started all over again. And boom, 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 friendship after friendship after friendship, higher friendships, more time with the ones that deserved it. Yeah, it's a wake-up call, everybody. Think about that. All right. So Michelle Cardosi, I hope that helped you to give you a little more information about how you know true friendships. Kathy, my husband and I both have friends from grade school and high school. I have also made friends with coworkers. Unfortunately, a longstanding friend decided to cut ties. It's not unfortunate. That's what I'm trying to get across here. It's not unfortunate at all. It's fortunate that you found out and didn't have that dragging weight for however many years to come. It's not unfortunate at all. That is my awakening. I thought the same thing, Kathy, until one day I said, wow, what wasted energy I have on a person who can so easily toss me to the side. And then you start to wonder, well, what were you doing behind my back during the time I thought we were really friends? This is a powerful show today, folks. I want you to see yourself in this. And I want you, if you're willing, to drop the comments. Leo, drop the comments in. I have so many friends that I've been true friends with for 50, 40, 30 years. This is from Leona. I could not survive. Let me put this on so I don't hurt my eyeballs. I could not survive without my girlfriends. I'm in awe with the go-getting energy of my sweet, long, young friend, Marilyn. Oh my gosh, Marilyn's amazing. And that's another friend that I have formed. I'm going to miss you, by the way, not being able to come to the November 4th 4th event, but she is going to see Kathleen Madigan. Wonderful. I interviewed Kathleen sometime in my career. She's a St. Louis comic, but then, travels all over the world. Tina, thank you for that hashtag, by the way. Hashtag true friends. Isn't that true? Okay, let me see this comment from Marilyn. I am blessed with a plethora of friends. I love that word, by the way. Younger and older than me. I treasure each and every one of them, and they always make me a better version of myself. I just talked to my longest, dearest friend from Florida this morning. We've been BFFs since the young age of 4. Oh, wow. What a great blessing. I often see my grade school and high school friends throughout the year. So many fun times and memories and so much laughter as we gather together. Love that my boss is sponsoring this segment. Well, I just thought it's fitting of her, right? She really is a true friend. And I can't wait to go to her fall party this weekend. Love my work friends too. By the way, I'm just going to throw it out there because I RSVP'd for more than just Jim and I. Brian and Tina, do you want to join us and spend some more time with a true friend, with someone who's there for your baby sister? I'd love for you to come to the fall party with us. I'm going to scoot in a little closer. I continue to have concussion symptoms, folks, so we're going to get real here. Went to the doctor yesterday and got some information that I wasn't ready for, and I'll continue to share as we get more. But yeah, I cannot believe it. 2 years later. Still crazy. Hi, Monica from wonderful Walt Disney World. Barbara, thank you for bringing the Real Monica Adams show to Walt Disney World, having a fun meetup with my sister. That's so cool. Gwen Clifton Gissing, I think that's a new name. If you're still on, Gwen, are you new to the show? And if so, where are you watching from? Always tell me, where are you watching from and how did you find the show? I really would love to know. Kathy said, my sister is my best friend. See, again, Tina was talking about family friendships. By the way, it's 7:30 and welcome in. I do feel like we've been on for hours. We've given so much information. We've connected so much. I went on a little early, by the way. You got to go back to the beginning of the show when this is done and watch that because Michelle joined us from Malta, right? Just 80 kilometers from Sicily. It was just such the coolest thing. And it was very spontaneous. She was showing me the view there and I was like, it looks like this view. I want to go there. I'm like, why don't you come on the show? Tony, let's see. Once a friend gets in your wallet, it's goodbye and you never hear anything from them again. I've known plenty of people for years. I was always doing for them, fix their car, house, rides. I'm always helping them. Then lo and behold, as soon as they borrow money, they get mad at you. And so how it magically cancels their debt. So don't have any friends. And that's easier on my bottom line and sanity. Tony, are you new to the show also? And thank you so much, Tony, for speaking as a man. That's what I want more of, right? I want to make sure that this show is all encompassing, that you guys and girls, you younger generation, older generation, that I cover the topics that are for everyone. All of you can see yourself in this show. Tina says, Mom likes to hang out with younger people because they keep her young and are more fun. Yes, I agree. Marilyn, you are so sweet. Our golden age of friendship this year. I was newly married when we began our friendship. So blessed you joined me along with Kathy on the Monica train. I love everybody you've brought to this. Carrie says, good question. That's not a friend, right? I have my first friend that I remember was first grade, 70 plus years, Laura. That's also all through school till now. What an amazing friendship. Do you think that just, you think you don't put in hard work when you have a 70-year friendship? Oh, that's incredible. You do a lot of give and take and lift up and be there. The people who just want to be there for the good times, it's kind of like Tony's talking about, hey, give me, give. What can you give me? What can I take from you? No, what can you give back? Don't be fake, Tina says, and be yourself, and you will weed out those who do not like your energy. And good morning. Love today's topic. Friendships are valuable. Have a great day to you as well. And she's formed a lot of wonderful friends from this beautiful group that we've formed. It started as a transformation journey group many, many years ago. It was a private group. And I have opened that up, by the way. So if you don't know, I am a life coach. I am a personal trainer. I used to be a director of wellness for Dr. Willie, who joins us on Mondays, right? Tina actually was my assistant director. That was such an amazing time. And we were able to give back to so many seniors and work on the triangle of life with them. So personal training, wellness on every level, mentally, physically, spiritually. I'm going to give you my email address. Somebody reached out to me the other day and said, are you taking new clients? And I said, life coaching or personal training? It depends because my cup runneth over with incredible energy from so many people. I do feel incredibly blessed on a daily basis to be able to affect lives through both of those, personal training and life coaching. And so, yes, if you're struggling, I don't want you to wait till January 1st, right? New Year's resolutions. I want you to think about it right now. Why don't you get ahead of the game? Look, we're coming into November. So you've got 2 months before New Year's resolution time. Don't start joining a gym. Don't give all your money to a gym, by the way, because I swear I've been in the gym. Well, I've been in the gym scene since I was in my teens, but actually working in the industry and watched gyms take all your money for an entire year and you show up for maybe 4 to 6 weeks, right? You're on the train. I got it this year. I'm going to take care of my life. And it doesn't happen. And then they got all your money. That's ridiculous. Spend the money on a good trainer, whoever that may be. If you want to reach out to me and see if I have some time to take on private training, semi-private training, or you want to join one of our classes, or you need the life coaching side of it, well, my email's right there at the bottom. It's up to you, right? I can help you, but you got to do the one first thing, and that is reach out. Be willing. It's right. Boom, there. Info at TheRealMonicaAdams.com. Make the choice. Or, by the way, that's a good thing to buy someone if you want to give them a little leg up and help them in their spiritual path, their mental path, their physical path. Maybe you purchase a session for them for Christmas. The holidays are right around the corner. They're going to be here before we know it. So, Tina says to be fake and be yourself, and you will weed out those who do not like your energy. So very true. Look for the fakeness. Todd is like family, Tina. Kathy, thank you for sharing your personal friendship story. You're welcome. Terry Lansing Lanham, by the way, that you see in here. I've known Terry since college, same time I met Julie. And then all of a sudden, friendships could come back. I will tell you, that person who ghosted me, this is the true caring Christian side of the heart. All she would have to do is call, text, ask me out for coffee, tea, lunch, dinner, drinks, I don't care, and say, I'm so sorry, but this is what happened. It's the fact that you toss somebody away that never made sense to me. But would I welcome her back? Yes. Would I be a little cautious? Yes. But absolutely, I would welcome the friendship because she meant a lot to me. But again, be cautious to say, why would you be tossed aside? It really is just, here's the reason why. And then it finally completes the puzzle. But if that puzzle, let me do say this. If that puzzle piece never comes back to you, no sweat off of your brow. Don't let it weigh you down. I'm just saying that I would absolutely say it's okay. People have asked me, what would you do if you saw her out in public? And I said, I would say, hi, how have you been? I wouldn't run the other way. I mean, that's silly. Be open, still be caring, be you, and wish them well. That's what I said earlier. Wish them well. Terry says, in my years, I found that women are more competitive, two-faced, judging you. It's always been easier to be friends with the guys. I used to say the same thing in college. Women seem to be catty, maybe jealous. Yes, we talked about jealousies and insecurities. Not sure, but I see it every day. Also, I've had friends that would act like a friend, but when they want to fit in the circle, they take a step back to see how others will view me. It's been a challenge throughout my life. Thank you for sharing, Terry, by the way. I still find myself in the circle, but I know and rise above, and I'm aware. So I don't engage other than being kind to say hello in passing. There it is. Key fact. If you find one friend in this world, you have succeeded in life. Isn't that so true? All the other stuff is hurtful, but not needed. I stopped trying to reconnect. It's a two-way street. I will say this also. People have always said, well, gosh dang it, I'm the one that always plans everything. You know what? It's okay. Feel blessed that they want to do what you want them to do. Some people are the planners and others are the followers. You have to play your role. I've forever been the person who gets the friends together. And then I started to back off to see who will step up the game. And that's another way for you to find out who your true friends are. Because then it was, hey, Monica, we haven't been together in a while. Let's get together. Hey, let's get together with our husbands. Hey, let's together and just have girlfriend time. Let's have the guys get together and go out for chicken wings and watch a game. Yes. So it's the give and take. But if you are the one that regularly plans the highest percentage of the time, who cares? Do it. That's you. Tina says, okay, we're in. I love it. Okay, Kathy, Kilo Peterson, Tina and Brian, and my mom, hopefully, and Jim and I are coming to your fall party on Saturday. And by the way, that's one of the incredible things that we are giving an opportunity for you to bid on at the event on November 4th. I ran them down yesterday, just dropping some of the things in. And I told you about the sponsors for the night. But yeah, if you haven't bought your tickets yet, please do not wait to the last second, because I'm just going to say, I'm going to take the tickets off the table by Tuesday night, maybe 8:00 Wednesday morning. When we wrap up, how about that? When we wrap up the show next Wednesday morning at 8 a.m., the tickets are done. You have until 8 a.m. next Wednesday. Unless they sell out, and it's quite possible they're going to sell out before then. We are literally down to the wire, and that's not a marketing thing. I know a lot of people that they throw events and they act like it's a sellout just because it looks good. No, this is real. You know me. I am real. We truly do have either 8 tickets left Or if they're willing, we may be able to open it up to another 25. But right now, our original goal was 75 to 100 people. We are so very close to 75. It's an incredible night. And the more we have there, the more opportunities we have to raise money, because 100% of the proceeds from all of these silent and live auction items are going to our friends at Yuppie Puppies Forever Rescue. Gwen says, I'm watching from St. Charles, found your show when I was home recovering from back surgery. I knew you were new. Gwen, welcome to the show. Please make it a regular thing because it will lift you up. We talk about some incredible topics. On Mondays and Tuesdays, I'm in my studio and we have guests on, and it's making you laugh. It's educating you. It's tugging on the heartstrings. It's making you more aware, and it's giving you what you need more of in your life. I love having you, all of you. More of your comments to come.
It's the icing on the cake.
The final brush stroke.
The finishing touches make all the difference in your home, too.
Have fun and get started at carolhouse.com/room planner.
With thousands of accessories in our 3.5-acre showrooms.
Get your picture perfect room and the lowest prices in the country at Carol House.
Because you like nice things.
You know, of course, it's great to get outside and enjoy the warm weather, but when it's time to relax indoors, be sure your home stays cool with equipment and service from my friends at Aldon. 24-hour emergency service available. At Aldon, it's their commitment to continue providing above and beyond HVAC service for all of their customers. They truly care about the air you breathe. Call them today at 314-567-5585 or on the web, aldon.com. That's al-don.com, 314-567-5585. All right, welcome back. It is 7:40, and you're tuned in to the Real Monica Adams Show. It's the mobile Monica version. We are at home. If you have any topics that you would like for me to cover in the beginning, that's how this started, by the way, right? Right here for the first 3 months, I would say, what topics do you want me to cover? And every day I would say, this is so-and-so's topic. This is Carrie's topic. This is Bob's topic, Alicia's topic, whoever. It was your topic, and we went deeper. And I really was handing it over to you saying, what do you want me to cover? And I want you to continue to do that, even when I have guests, because now we can take some of those really impactful shows from the early days and go deeper into them, which became today's. I was talking to my brother Brian last night, and I said, sometimes I pick my topics days and weeks in advance. And sometimes I wait for the inspiration to happen. And it happened last night. And thank you again to Nancy and Carl McConnell, who own Stone Soup Cottage, because what we shared last night and that friendship is really what inspired me. Again, we have a beautiful night out. True, great friends that said, we haven't seen each other in a while. They're getting ready to leave for Italy this weekend. And we just wanted to bond again. And it's picking right back up where we left off and having male friendships form, girlfriend friendships form, and then the entire couple unit coming together. Gwen, again, thank you so much. She said she's really enjoying the show. Love the fact that you found it. Carrie says, my faith and desire to better myself opened myself up to a whole new tribe. It helped me filter the people in my life who I can help be their real selves and who encourage me. It's awesome how we can work on us and have fun. Meeting my close friend and mentor for lunch, and then meet another tonight. I love that you've opened yourself up and realize that people would be there for you, no matter the past. Friendships are like a marriage, Tina says. Sometimes you have to work through the good and the bad. Brian, what a great hashtag. Finding friends forever and friends forever. Yes. Janet, are you what? Used to work with this friend of mine. We have lunch together all the time. We did a lot of things together all the time. I try to call her up to see how she's doing. She never calls me. And it really hurts, but I have other friends I can do a lot of other things with. I have this one friend, she lives in Florida. Our mothers used to push us in our baby carriage. We've known each other all the time, and we still talk to one another probably once a month or maybe twice a month. I feel like she is one of my best friends. Well, she is, obviously, if she's there for you, absolutely. And I made a lot of friends from church. They're really great friends for me, right? The person that you feel the hurt from, understand, this is very important for you to listen to. You are giving that person way too much power over your life. I'm going to say it again. Here I come, closer. Don't give them power. No more. You need to control your emotions, your feelings, and give it to the people who deserve it. Don't let that person hurt you. I know a lot of times it's easy to say, this person hurt me. This person did this to me, but they didn't. It is you allowing it. And that's the hardest thing for some people to realize. And then the most aha moment when they get it. Janet says, I think women like to gossip a lot, right? It's because their own insecurities, though. Find the friends that don't gossip. Those are the true friends. Kathy and Selma, very competitive sisters, don't like. Terry, I'm blessed to have reconnected with you, Monica, and you. I appreciate you and your inspiring true self. I love the fact, I would have never known that Terry and I were going to be able to come back from college. You never know. Allow it to be opened up and connect, by the way. You see somebody on Facebook and Instagram, I'm not on TikTok, but Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever, reach out, see somebody pop up, look what's going on in their life. Applaud them, by the way. Don't get catty. Don't get jealous of what they've become and what maybe you haven't. You still have time. Become what you want to become. Put yourself out there. Lift them up, though. Maybe send them a direct message, or if you have their number, maybe it rekindles an old friendship. Maybe that's who's waiting for you. Monica, you are so spot on with this conversation. Well, Marilyn, thank you. I think, again, it affects every age and every body, men and women alike. Julie, it can be exhausting always being the planner. Well, I know. Love the nail polish. Oh gosh, I need to go get my nails done. Yada, I'm coming to see you. Yada, by the way, has given us a gift certificate that will be in one of the live auction packages. I'm going to come back to more of your comments in just a second, but yeah, let me run through those. If you're coming to the event, get ready for this. Please think about your budget and then maybe go in on something with friends or couples that are there. That's my plan because there's some big ones and it's for multiple people. So 2 tickets for the St. Louis Blues Alumni Suite. That's worth almost $1,000. That is not something you're going to be able to get. It's for my wonderful blues fans. And it's thanks to Bruce Affleck, who's become a good friend over the years when I used to cover sports. And I reached out and he showed up. And that's another thing. When people do for you, make sure you reciprocate and are there for them. If he wants me to do something on a show, of course I would do that because he showed up for me. Mark Abel, St. Louis City SC. Carolyn Kendall had become a good friend over the years who owns the team. They're giving us a package. Now they're figuring out, is it going to be an autographed jersey, autographed ball, what they're all going to put in it. But he's wrapping that up for me today. If you're going to have a Super Bowl party, appetizers for 8 from Delaney's in South County. Thank you so much to the staff at Delaney's. BioFit. Thank you to John who owns BioFit. They have one in Richmond Heights. They have one in Arnold, other locations. It is 8 private sessions. So it's a month membership at BioFit, a whole new way of training, exhausting, that push, pull, 15, 20 minutes. You'll be wiped out and it'll feel like it's likened to an hour workout. If you've never done it before, it's pretty amazing. Michelle and I went to the one in Richmond Heights and we could not believe it. It was all out. I can't believe how hard this is. Grand Solmar Lands End in Cabo San Lucas. Jim and I are giving a 1-week vacation to one of the most incredible places in all of Cabo. That's going to be in the live auction. Kathy Kilo Peterson gave us a weekend at her Pacific cabin, a little getaway for 6 with dinner and a little boozy slush. A gift card to Never Enough Boutique. Thank you so much to the staff there. And it is difficult to walk out of there without a lot because there's so much, never enough. Golden Nails Salon, again, where I go get my nails done in Fenton. A reserve wine tasting for 8 with Chuck Gillantine at Defiance Ridge with charcuterie and also a dinner for 2, those farmhouse dinners that they have at Defiance Ridge. Stan Musial Baseball. Thank you to Doug Allison for that. This big king-size comforter set. You need that? Don't get too, so hold off. Don't go to the store to buy it. Come to the event that night and bid on that because it's beautiful. Thank you, Mom, for that donation. Johnny Chase. 2 hours of music, he told me last night. 2 hours that he is donating, which is worth $500. You want an event coming up? You want to have some great music at a party and you really want to wow people? This guy can sing and perform. A wine flight of Opolo wine from Reed Lowe. We've got 2. I picked them up yesterday. MVC Spa down in the Chesterfield Valley. Thank you to Dr. Goldstein and Jeannie and the staff. We've got 2 gift cards for $250. Now, you want something done with vein work? Well, they've always been known for that, right? Midwest Vein Care, but they do so much more than that. You want to talk about incredible facials. I went down there and Faye, she knows what she's doing and she made me glow. So when you look at that and you think, oh, I don't need anything done with veins. No, they do so much more. And Tallulah's, thank you to Geraldine. So Tina's going to go pick up that one for us. A gift basket that will be in the silent auction for that. And then a huge package from Jerry and David Hoffman. This one's blowing me away. It goes on and on and on from a cabin or a cottage getaway. You choose. It's for 2 couples. You get a ride on the Gator all through wine country, a private behind the scenes tour. You get dinner. You get a sunset cruise or breakfast lunch aboard the Miss Augusta yacht. It goes on. A case of wine. I mean, it goes on and on and on. That will be in the live auction. All of that. How did I get all of that? Because of friendships formed. People who I was there for, and now they're there for me. That's it. I mean, it fits into the category today. It's truly mind blowing. I cannot believe what we have pulled together on such a skeleton crew. This next week's going to be a little stressful if I allow it, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to have my heart filled, and I'm going to reach out and say, who can help with this? Who can help with that? We're going to have so much fun. I cannot wait for the night. And it absolutely is not a one-time thing. Because of what I've seen in the community showing up, this will be a yearly event. And thank you again to Trattoria Marsala. Thank you to Clayton Winehouse, where our event is. And thank you to our sponsors one more time, Kathy Kilo Peterson, Invita Health and Wellness. Thank you to Diamond Roofing, to Mark Anthony's Gifts and Spa, Christopher's, Michael Clausen Realty. And thank you to Doug Allison with 1219 Elite Events, because it was our idea at a lunch to say, do you think people would show up? Do you think people would want an evening with the real Monica Adams? Well, I guess it's a resounding yes, because you have showed up. But again, tickets are still available. Handful of tickets left there. Marilyn, I am a planner, and a few of my friends plan as well. There are many that do not plan. That's fine. We always like new adventures and memories. I have in the past had the same experience where a close friend abruptly stopped our relationship with no explanation. I do not harbor any ill will to them, and I also would be fine with them back in my inner circle. It is a mystery, but I do not spend that much energy on their decision. I love people and enjoy relationships. I love it. Tina says, how do you deal with friends being jealous of other friends? I don't put those friendships together. That's probably the best. Or if you have a big party, they probably will not form together, and that's okay. Everybody can find their own way. But if you have someone who is regularly toxic, like I guess the question would be, Tina, is it on both sides, or is it one throwing the stones and the daggers at the other? If it is, you'd have to look a little bit deeper. And do you really want that friendship? I wouldn't want people around that are jealous, that are insecure, that are negative, that push and try to push you more into them than the other people. Or I would sit down with them and say, here, why don't we calmly talk? Maybe you'll see that these people actually want the best for me. I've dealt with it. We've all dealt with the jealousies until you finally say, we all want the same thing here. We all can have, it used to be, well, this is my best friend, but I also have this best friend. Sally calls me her best friend. Dot calls me her best friend. Todd calls me his best friend. Michelle and I call each other best friends. Julie and I have called each other best friends. Tina and I are best of friends. Abby and I, best of friends. I mean, I could go on and on and on. Some people would say, but you can't have that many best friends. You can do whatever you want. Yes, you can. You can categorize. You don't have to give titles, but I'm saying I am blessed with a lot of very dear best friends. And then you have friendships. Then you have acquaintances. Who cares what category they fall in? Just be thankful you have them, that people are there for you. Kathy Babb. Hi, Monica. So good to see you live today. Friendships are so important. I love this topic. We have friends that moved to Minnesota years ago. And even though years go by when we're not together, but then when we are, it's as if no time has passed. That's a true friend. I love that. They were just here for our daughter's wedding, and it was awesome to spend time with them. Tina, keep your power. Good hashtag. Janet, that's so true, Monica. I really started to realize that I don't even call her up anymore. There you go. See, you're learning and learning and learning. So sounds like the dog's friend is there with treats. No, she's not here yet. She'll be here at 9:00. Wow. Right? Sean, are you coming? Wow. He said, or he or she, wow, great auction items. I always say he, and sometimes one person said, no, I'm actually a girl. I was like, okay, I'm sorry, Jerry, right? Didn't know, because Jerry can be a girl or a guy. Sean, I would think, is a guy. I would imagine. Sean, are you coming to the event? It is blowing my mind at the auction items that we have. Sean, get your tickets. Do not let one more day go by where you don't have your tickets. I want to see you there, November 4th at Clayton Winehouse. All right. I also want to say thank you to Rebecca Minkoff. I was so looking forward to yesterday's show, or I should say yesterday's interview. I had no idea how great it was going to go. We got done and she said, Monica, you make it look so easy. What a great interviewer you are. Rebecca Minkoff, fearless. She'll be here on Wednesday, November 8th. Now, that's her hope with everything that's going on with Israel, Hamas, Palestine. it is quite possible she may have to Skype in. It's quite possible they could reschedule, postpone. Would they have to cancel? I don't know. I mean, with the horrible things that are going on in our world, we have to be aware and look around us. I hope they don't have to cancel the Jewish Book Festival because it is a beautiful thing put on every year. They bring in really incredible authors, and Rebecca's one of them. We also are going to be interviewing Martin Fletcher. The name of his book is Teachers. He's a war correspondent and right now contributing to NBC's coverage. He has 2 family members that were released as some of the hostages. I mean, I'd love to talk about him, talk with him firsthand, dealing with the real world events right now, and then what he's seen in his many, many years of again, covering wars for, I think, NBC for sure, and then other maybe MSNBC, but other organizations, other media channels. But thank you again to Rebecca. I can't wait for you to hear this interview. I don't know. I'm hoping it's going to be next, maybe Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. But again, get this book, Fearless, The New Rules for Unlocking Creativity, Courage, and Success. I was also booking some interviews for the coming weeks. I want to thank Loretta, who is going to be on with us, and she'll be talking about dementia and Alzheimer's, which we have discussed in the past, but it is Being My Mother's Mother. I think that's the name of her book. Hang on. Let me grab these books. So I told you about teachers. Oh, here it is. Being My Mom's Mom. Sorry. Being My Mom's Mom. Loretta Ann Woodward Vaney. And I know people have said, thank you so much, Monica, for all the great book ideas. You're welcome. That one. And then Teachers. The Ones I Can't Forget from Martin Fletcher. And the foreword, by the way, from Tom Brokaw. So this one's coming up soon. Loretta's is coming up soon. We're going to have Mary Enderly on. And she just had a wonderful golf tournament for her husband, who she lost at a very young age to pancreatic cancer. We just recently had Kira Anderson on, and we talked about her husband, Kyle. On November 4th of 2022, Brian was called home after a tough battle with stage 4 pancreatic cancer. Brian was a devoted husband, loving father, a brother, a son, a friend, a coach. He was a proud U.S. Marine with his son following in his footsteps. And they just had a golf tournament, and she said she cried. She could not believe the people who showed up for her. They actually played at Bear Creek Golf Club in Wentzville, and it went great. So we'll talk a little bit about that, and we'll talk about the things that she's doing to remember him. And, some of the organizations, the Forgotten Coast Canine, the Maine Veterans Project, the Kauffman Fund, the American Cancer Society, all these things that they did. But there is a nonprofit called Brian Enderly Memorial Fund. Mary is coming up with us in the next couple of weeks. Daniel Cases and his wife, Hannah, we met, and again, get out of your comfort zone. We met at Lifetime Fitness several months ago, and then we ran into each other yesterday, and they're like, Monica, we owe you, don't we? And I said, it's okay. We all get busy in life. And she's like, I'm so glad you're here. We're coming on the show. So they'll be on the show November 7th, and they're a younger couple. We'll talk about marriage, and then when a kid comes into play. They're so cute. By the way, follow her on Instagram, Hannah with the lipstick. She's got a lot of followers. And then her husband, Daniel, you will love what they post, by the way, if you're on Instagram. Trust me, just trust me on that. Brian says you need to post those auction items. Okay, where? You want me to put them on Facebook, or you got it? I love my brother and all his great ideas. I'm reading Fearless right now, and it is a great book. I know. It absolutely is. Yes, anybody that needs those, I will for sure. You're putting more on my plate, Brian. I will put those auction items out there. And a special thanks again to all of our incredible sponsors that are coming on with us. All right, a wonderful show on friendship. We're going to wrap up with the Blueprint for Value. We are almost finished with that book, which means what? On our Mobile Monica days, I'm going to introduce you to a brand new book that we'll be reading together. We have our own little book club, by the way. It's a really cool thing. Okay, more to come. Hi, it's Monica Adams. Thank you so much for following along with The Real Monica Adams Show since we launched back in March. But I wanted to let you know there's so much more that I could do with you, your business, your corporation. Did you know that I'm a motivational speaker all around the world, as well as an MC and an auctioneer? So if you have an event, maybe a nonprofit organization, and you want to book me, just shoot me an email, info@TheRealMonicaAdams.com. Personal training, life coaching, and styling as well. info@TheRealMonicaAdams.com. In Envita Health and Wellness, where you can feel your best both inside and out. Envita isn't your typical med spa. They're a multi-specialty medical spa and wellness center serving St. Louis and its surrounding areas. They have ketamine for mental health and pain, IV therapy, medical weight loss, and aesthetics treatments. As board-certified anesthesia providers, Envita can ensure that their advanced treatments are provided safely with minimal to no pain. So let Envita take care of you. Call 314-394-0950 to book an appointment or online envitahealthandwellness.com. Well, welcome back, and thank you again for tuning in to yet another edition. And I love the fact that Carrie's been following along. Carrie told us that coming up in the early part of December, we will have, get ready for this, 200 shows under our belt. 200 shows. How in the heck have we had 200 shows? It's mind-blowing. That's because we're on Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. on Facebook. And then for those of you that have family and friends and you're like, you've got to watch this show, it is so uplifting, and they say, well, I'm not on Facebook. It's okay. Tell them we're also on YouTube. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. And we also, in a matter of 2 minutes, have a new show dropping on all the audio podcast platforms. Did you know that? If you're not following us on the audio platforms, please do so, because some of those incredible shows that you have seen, now you can hear. Go out for a beautiful walk or get on the treadmill, get on the bike, whatever you want to do. Listen, take it in a whole new way. We had Sally Drake that aired on the 12th. Go back and watch that show. Marty Henley, stage 4 lung cancer survivor. That was on October 5th. Last week, we dropped a show with Janice and Carrie. Listen to that. That was so powerful. And today, if you didn't see the show, Angie Maui and Brian Newkirk will be airing. And we talk about the devastating aspect that she lost her son, Luke, right outside of the St. Louis Zoo, killed by a drunk driver, and how that woman's spirit, how she will inspire you. That's coming up in about a minute. So be sure to listen to that. So you get a little Monica here and a little more Monica on the audio podcast platforms. Okay, self-respect is number 43 of the Blueprint for Value, the 52 habits to discover and strengthen your personal worth. Don't make fun of yourself. Throwing yourself under the bus for a laugh is easy. It can appear to be humble and approachable, but too much deprecation can alter your self-perception and deplete your personal worth account. Disrespecting yourself can unintentionally signal to others that they don't have to respect you either. That's right. This can grow into an echo chamber where you begin to hear your joke repeated in the words of those around you. In this manner, a joke can morph into a perceived truth, but it's not true. You're a miracle. Countless events had to line up just right for you to be born. Countless more daily events have to occur for you to continue living. Treat yourself with respect. How often do I say it starts with you? Self-love, not self-hatred. So the takeaway, recognize your worth, show it through your words and your actions. You are valuable. Be nice to yourself. Drop the mic right there. That's exactly how we end each and every show. Thank you so much. Powerful show affecting men and women and all ages. I hope you were able to take away something from today that will help you and your current and future friendships. Go out and be anything you want to be in the world, folks. But before you're anything, be kind. God bless you all.